Hello, love. Welcome to the Libran Key. My name is Eleni. Here on behalf of Mama Eset, I'm going to be, for the next 7 days, channeling messages on behalf of Mama Eset. That is how I call her, also known as Mother Isis, known by 10,000 names. The great feminine principle is what I'm hearing. You can refer to her as the Divine Mother, however feels and resonates, feels right and resonates for you. She is guiding me to post consecutive messages for the next 7 days. And as always, this is not random. I am recording this message on Wednesday, December 18th, 2024, Earth time. And in 3 days, we will have the winter solstice here in North America, the summer solstice in the Southern Hemisphere. I say North America, I always do this, Northern Hemisphere. I am currently in North America. It's significant for me to mention that to you because of each of our, where we are in terms of our place here on Earth, and time is also something that is significant. This is something she might bring forward in messages going forward. This is also nodding to the time-space continuum and the significance of that, and getting us out of this black and white thinking, getting us out of black and white, I'm hearing checkerboard matrix thinking. If you know, you know. And even that is on a spectrum. So there's a lot. I'm just going to do a quick little preamble here. She's guiding me to do that. There is a lot, and as you have noticed, I have been a little, I wouldn't say MIA from actually, I've been MIA from posting, but definitely not MIA in terms of engagement energetically, right? With the integration that's taking place currently at this time, and also where we are at collectively in terms of the cycle of the year. We are in the darkest days of the year now, and naturally that is when things feel very hibernation mode. They feel very slowed. We tend to feel the antithesis of the general consensus of culture and society in its hypermasculine form during this time. We feel that antithesis really, really strongly. And I have always found in the past, up until now, Earth time again, that during this time of the year, divine feminine energies want to come through very, very strongly. They stand firm, is what she's saying to me, in us really embracing the darkest days of the year. And by darkest, I mean feminine. I don't mean evil. I don't mean bad. These darkest days of the year are a time of contemplation, of inward motion. They are a receptive time of the year. And again, I'm speaking specifically to where I am at on the globe right now. Okay? If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, this is where it's at. So today is the 18th, 19th, 20th. These technically are the darkest days of the year, the 3 darkest days of the year as we move towards the winter solstice, right? That winter solstice day being both, what she's showing me, the darkest day, but also the return of the light throughout the year moving forward. 7 days from now is Christmas Eve, okay? There's also significance in that because she's speaking to me, she's reminding me of my own studies around the occult Christ and the connection of the equinoxes and the solstices being that connection to Mother Earth as well, okay? One thing that's really interesting to note is that even though we often see Jesus Christ, and Jesus Christ has been depicted as a man, it's interesting, I'm being shown the Brotherhood of the Rose here actually, which I think is I'm actually seeing the card itself from the, I believe it's the Rose Oracle. Rebecca Campbell's Rose Oracle deck. she's showing me that Jesus Christ is a part of that brotherhood of the rose. And he is an embodiment of much of the divine feminine principle that I'm hearing he ushered into earth. So the energy of Christ consciousness is very much connected to the rebalancing of these energies here on earth. 12:34 on the clock as I say that, which is a beautiful sign that progress is being made on this, on divine union, on the rebalancing, on the need for the upkick in divine feminine frequencies, that happening, and that this time of the year is incredibly palpable when it comes to that, because we move into those energies of the divine feminine very strongly at this time, okay? And there's a processing that takes place during the winter months here in the Northern Hemisphere, very much about what I like to refer to as the winter work. And that is what she wants to prepare us for, okay? I'm going to read exactly what she spoke to me in the meditation going into this. I'm also going to introduce the crystals that I'm working with as well and invite you to do the same, bringing in those frequencies if you have these available to you at this time of year. And I will be popping probably a card or two from the Mystic Mondays Oracle. So I'm just going to pull that up for a second here. As these are daily messages, what she's showing me is they're going to be shorter, they're going to be punchier, and there will be channeled portions right at the beginning with her speaking, and then additional messages that want to come through the cards for confirmation is what she's saying, or affirmation for you. So I'm working with this beautiful piece of Smokey Citrine. And what's interesting is, I don't know if this is going to pick up on camera, but this particular Smokey Citrine has inclusions of it that actually have rainbow prisms in it. It's right around here, and I don't know if you can sort of see that. But this is a reminder of what she's showing me, Christed light, okay? Also, this being connected to the solar plexus and the solar energies. She's showing it to me like a torch, and I'm seeing the energy of the Hermit card coming through for that. So this inner light that we are holding true to, that even the inner light goes through cycles. That's what she's saying. And cycles are necessary to our evolution, is what she's saying. And I'm also working with this piece of rainbow moonstone. So we have these beautiful divine masculine and divine feminine energies coming in for this particular message. And she's really emphasizing the reflective quality of the moonstone and the moon itself when it is full, for example, or when we begin to see it in the night sky, that it is reflecting the light. And that is very synonymous with this sort of time that we are in. Remember, these messages are timely yet timeless, okay? Meaning that whenever you do find this message, there will be something for you, depending on what you resonate with or not. The timely aspect of this message is the cycle that we are currently in, and really feeling into the energy of that. And she's really also bringing in, again, this energy of getting very grounded in that. And the solar plexus as a channel, because she's showing me that as well. She's showing me how this is connected to a lot of empaths, and how empaths will channel information through clairsentience, but also through the solar plexus. Okay, that's one way that we channel information. Okay, so I'm going to read now what she said to me in the meditation. You are worthy of healing. Move away from the brokenness. Look at it from a distance and understand that there is power in that brokenness. And how you wish to, desire to, yield that power is entirely up to you. To be defined by your brokenness is to believe that you are not worthy of healing, that you are not worthy of grace and love. You are grace. You are love. Claim it now. She wants to also give you a couple of numbers and codes that you can work with. or numbers that you might be seeing. She's just adding this in right now. 1221. I'm going to write them on the board here. 1221. Oh my goodness. 1224 and 1234. And she's also showing me that these numbers as well are significant along with the 12s. Okay. What's interesting is that, yeah, well, there's a lot coming through for that. So she's showing me that we can interpret this in many, many different ways. For some, the number 12 is connected to the divine masculine. For some, the number 12 is connected to the Hanged Man in tarot. For some, the number 12 is what it reduces to. It's the number 3. It's the number of creation, right? A lot of divine creativity. I'm also seeing the energy of the divine fire being stoked right now, okay? Yes. 21, 24, and 34, all significant as well in terms of what they reduce to, but what do these numbers mean to you? And also, these might be ways that she might be connecting with you. One of many ways, okay, is what she's saying. All right. So, brokenness. The biggest thing that she was bringing through this particular meditation, and she's showing me that these are things that we can reflect upon. There's going to be activations coming through these messages on the daily for the next 7 days. And this is also an invitation for you to create a practice as we move towards the solstice and Christmas. There's something very powerful in this. Be wary of the distractions also around this time. It's funny because the buzz of, moving into Christmas, it can distract us. Just be aware of that and understand that this time of year, it's funny because again, I'm being shown the energy of the veil being very thin, okay? But more than that, I'm seeing, okay, so she's reminding me of something that's in the occult Christ with regard to, but she's rewording it here, the divinity in the mundane. And I just saw 1234 on the counter again as I said that. The divinity in the mundane. It's not so complicated, my loves. That's what I'm hearing her say. It's not so complicated. Divinity is not a complicated thing. We have to get out of this concept of it being something, funny enough, I'm hearing the words really occulted or hidden. And understanding that even that word doesn't mean that, hidden does not mean that it is not accessible. Think about energy. Energy is something we don't necessarily see, but it's there. Every moment it's there, and it is accessible to us no matter what. She just wants me to get into the cards now and really invite you to meditate again on what she has said here. And she's actually showing me, okay, she wants me to actually type this up in the description box and leave it for you to be able to read if you would like, okay? I'm going to leave it at that. But I keep on getting this brokenness energy where it's like, we have to be aware of where we are hanging on to an idea of brokenness. Because broken is in antithesis to wholeness. When something is broken, it is no longer whole. And at a deeper level, the identification with brokenness is directly correlated to feeling unworthy of being whole. And you can also say here that when something is healed, it is whole, right? So again, it's this feeling of unworthiness around healing. There's a lot here, but she wants to, again, keep it simple. And the cards are just going absolutely wild with this particular message. It's almost like my hands, okay, That's the one she wanted. Yeah. 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Yeah. This is about not feeling worthy of this 10 of Cups energy, of emotional fulfillment, emotional completion, feeling again like you are broken. 1244 on the counters. I say that with the Ace of Swords coming out in reverse. She's simply reiterating what she's saying here. That this idea that something is broken, not working properly, like this Ace of Swords in reverse, there's power in it. There's power in it. There's truth in it. Because when we take a step back, and it's funny because the Ace of Swords, how she's showing it to me right now, is taking that bigger picture. It's stepping way, way back. When you look at it, this is just a hand coming out of the sky with a sword in it, right? And in this, how she's presenting it to me is that we, in this inversion of the sword, how it's coming in right now, this downward motion of the sword is cutting down something. It's separating. I'm telling you, everything is on a spectrum here. It's like the separation allows you to look at it from a bigger perspective. And from that perspective, you're actually able to see how it then unifies again. Inviting you to meditate on that. And that is where I'm going to end this reading. Thank you, Mama Eset, for bringing through these messages. I thank you for being here, for sharing your time and energy with us in this space. I will see you tomorrow in the next one. Sending you so much love wherever you are, in love and liberation, always.